What's going on, everybody? Welcome to my freaking channel. We're finally getting started on YouTube. I wanted to do this for so long. So here we go. So yesterday I posted on my Instagram story a question thing for you guys to fill out. Ask me all the questions you want to ask me. I got quite a few. I think I got 20, which I say is quite a few. But so my first question I got was, what's your workout schedule going to be like once you return to school? So that's a good one to start with because a lot of you might not know that I do go to college in Missouri at a school called Culver Stockton College. I play football up there. And so being part of the football program, we work out as a team every day. But on top of that, we do have a campus gym for students that I go to at night. So once I'm done with all my classes and stuff like that, I go in there and do when I'm doing my football workouts, we're more focused on being athletic, being quick, fast, explosive, stuff like that. So when I go into the student gym at night, I usually start to get my compound lifts, kind of. So my bench squats, my deadlifts, all that stuff. Just my accessory movements. So we go compound lifts, bodybuilding movements, anything really. So yeah, that was a good question to start with. That was from Pat Robinson, by the way. He attends my school with me. So my second question is from my guy Butters. You can get Pat actually on Instagram at PJ0036. And then, so my next question would be from Butters. His Instagram is Brittenstein_61. He said, what's it like being the cutest man at Culver? I don't think I am. I think Butters definitely has me beat as being the cutest guy at Culver. Coach Rob, he's my Little League coach. He's coached me since I first started playing football. His Instagram is Rob@Tampa. He said, who is your favorite coach? Coach Rob is my favorite coach. That's what he's looking for, and that's the truth. He's taught me a lot of life lessons along my football journey, and I truly believe if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be where I am today. He taught me that if you want something, go get it, right? So I wanted to play football at the college level. I went and got it. I wanted to start YouTube, and here we are. I'm starting YouTube. So my next question I got was from Zeph. I went to high school with Zeph. I've known Zeph all his life. He's about to start his senior year at Sun Lake High School. His question was, he wanted me to go over my proper diets and struggles I have seen along my journey. Ooh, this is actually a really good question because there's not really a right and wrong way to diet. I mean, it depends on what you want as your body type. So when we're talking about going on a proper diet, it all depends on what's your goal, right? So if you want to bulk, if you want to add lean muscle, you're gonna want to up your caloric intake level by very, very minimum substantials. So what that means is say you typically consume 3,000 calories a day, right? If you're going on a bulk, you want to track that. So if you want to maintain, you would maintain your typical body weight. You would keep eating 3,000 calories. Be consistent with that, right? If you want to bulk, you would eat 3,500 calories your first 2 weeks of your diet. And then you'd up that. So then a couple weeks later, you would eat 4,000 calories. And same thing if you wanted to cut. You would go down to 2,500 calories for 2 weeks. That's what I did personally. 2,500 calories down for 2 weeks, and the next week down to 2,000 calories, right? But you want to be careful because you don't want to cut that too low. Because you cut that too low, you could noticeably lose energy. All that stuff, typical stuff like that. Dom Herrera, you can get him on Instagram at D0M8. He said, how do I get big muscles like you? Just working out, man. Working out, being consistent. That's all it is, really. Eating right, stuff like that. My guy Sammy said, you can get him at Instagram, Sammy_Woodward. He said, I'm your Steve Will Do It for YouTube. All options are available, man. More people we have behind this is better. It's gonna be a fun journey, and I'm super excited for it. Jet, my freshman year roommate, JRockSmith21 is his Instagram. He said he wanted me to talk about my wonderful roommates from freshman year. Yeah, man, we had just a lot of fun my freshman year. We started with all four of us in there. We lost one coming back from winter break. But man, Jet and Patty, dude, shout out to y'all, bro. Y'all made freshman year fun. It was a lot of fun, man. We shared a lot of good memories in there, and we'll carry those with us forever, man. My guy Chubbs, you can get him at Instagram, Logan Chubbs Berryman. He said, keep grinding, homie, man. I appreciate it. You guys don't understand. When you reach out to me, and you send me these messages encouraging me like, hey man, you're a big inspiration, keep going, like I love it, keep grinding, all that stuff. Y'all really like motivate me, man. Like you would think, oh, he's been working out for years, he don't really need no motivation. No, like people that work out consistently and people that start these influencer pages and start these YouTube channels don't understand how much people can motivate you to keep going. Because personally, a lot of times along the way, it's hard for us, man. We wake up in the morning like, oh, I don't know if I want to film today, or I don't know if I want to work out today, I don't know if I want to do this. But when we wake up, right, and we see those messages like keep grinding, right? Now we're like, okay, he wants to see something. He wants to see us keep grinding, right? And it truly brings him pleasure to see us working out, doing all the things that we're doing. And that brings us pleasures because we're here to make you guys happy, right? Influencer stuff, we're here to make our audiences happy. And that's just all, that's it, man. It's hard to talk about that because really it's been a struggle for me, man. Like originally starting working out, like my freshman year of high school, I did not touch the weight room. I was terrified of the weight room, right? Coach Smith came to me and said, man, you need to hit the weight room. Like I need you on my weightlifting team, all that stuff. And ever since then, I fell in love with it. But you do have those days where you wake up and you're like, dude, I do not want to do this today, which is perfectly fine, man. Everybody needs a day off, right? So I take one day off a week from lifting and working out, all that stuff. And that's 100% okay, right? Not everybody's going to take one day. Some people need 3 or 4 days, which is fine. If you're doing something right, you're motivated to do something. So that was a good one. That hit me. Nico Parka, that's his Instagram altogether, Nico Parka. He said he's trying to bulk up and needs some pointers. So like I discussed earlier, when you're trying to bulk up, man, like eat better, like eat more food, like truly eat more food. Don't go too crazy. Like don't hop from like a 3,500 calorie diet to like a 5,000 calorie diet right away, because you're gonna notice like unnecessary fat, excess fat that you're gaining that is just gonna be stubborn in the long run. So take it slow. Start off 500 calories a day or 500 calories a week, every 2 weeks, right? So, and once you do that, man, I promise you will see gains, right? Obviously, the supplements are amazing, right? You do protein, so you're getting all your proteins in. That's another thing. So tracking your macros is a huge thing, right? There's an app, it's called MyFitnessPal, right? You scan everything you eat, everything you put in your body, and it tracks all the macros for you. If you guys don't know what macros are calories, protein, fat, and carbs, I think that's all of them. So that stuff you really want to track, right? So like you want to eat, like if you're trying to bulk up, you want to eat about 1.2, 1.5 grams of protein per pound of body weight. So say you weigh 220, right? Now you're going to eat whatever that math is, right? 1.6. So 220 times 1.6 or 1.5. And now that's going to be how much protein you should be intaking throughout your day. So just track your macros, man. Like once you get it all together, and once you realize like, okay, I've done this for 2 weeks, I've gained 6 pounds. I've done this for 2 weeks, I've gained 4 pounds, right? Now you know, like, okay, maybe if I'm starting to plateau, right? So say you go from 220 to 225, and that's 2 weeks, and you start to plateau, you don't gain another pound the next 2 weeks. Now up it up a little bit, right? So go a little bit more protein, a little bit more calories, a little bit more carbs, right? Stuff like that will just continue to grow, and so your bulking system. And that way you're gaining lean muscle and gaining muscle weight and not muscle, like fat weight. You see what I'm saying? Casey Weirts, sorry if I'm mispronouncing some of your guys' names. Casey Weirts, that's his Instagram, Casey Weirts _. He said, for strength, how many reps should I be doing for each set, and what percent of my 1 rep max should I be doing? So if you want to gain strength, really, what you want to do is go higher weight, lower reps. So he's pretty much got it right. He wants to know what percent of his 1 rep max, it was just true. That's what you start with. You want to go in there and you want to be like, okay, I need to do 4 reps of my 85% of my max, 90% of my max, right? And it's okay. You have a spotter, right? Always have a spotter. I'm going to plant that in you guys. Always have a spotter, right? Just in case. You never know. You could be benching 135 and your shoulder pops out, right? And now you got 135 stuck on your chest. So always have a spotter. That way, because when you're doing this, when you're trying to bulk up, man, you want to be pushing yourself to the limit every single rep, right? So yeah, I would say like 85% of your 1 rep max is like good weight, and I would stay in between 4 to 6 reps. Even if you don't get every rep, so like say you're going for 6, say you get 5, and your spotter's got to help you. I said help because a lot of times I see people like who are going for reps, right, and they're getting stuck, and their spotter just takes it off of them. That's not helping the guy who's working out at all, right? So you want your spotter to let you work for it, because that's going to help you just continue to grow muscle, obviously. So yeah, so I would say 85% of your max, 4 to 6 reps. Obviously, you can go higher than that if that's too easy. I mean, it's preference to you, man, because some people have better muscular endurance and stuff like that. So it's hard to give you an exact thing or exact number and percentile, but that's most what people do is 85% for 4 to 6 reps. 4 to 6 reps. Ben Glass, his Instagram is Benjamin X Glass. He said, "What it do, baby?" I haven't seen Ben in a while, actually. He was a close friend throughout high school, so we need to catch up with him. Josh Pena, his Instagram is Joshua Pena with 2 A's. He said, "What happened with that fake sponsor?" So this is going. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you know that a couple weeks back, we had a company reach out to us, and I told them, I posted on Instagram, I was super excited to get working with them. It was a clothing brand. We're not going to mention their name because we just don't want to get involved in any more drama than we already are with them. They reached out to me, and they're like, "Hey, man, like, we're super interested. We want to sponsor you, all this stuff." So we started sponsoring them, and they wanted me to use my discount code that they had given me. And what do? So yeah, they wanted me to use my discount code that they give me for my sponsorship to buy some stuff. So dude, I went on there, I bought like $50 worth of stuff, and I used my discount code, and I bought it all, right, and they messaged me right away. "Thank you for your purchase. We'll get it sent out to you." Well, all of a sudden, I get a notification from another person who says, "Hey man, I saw you're getting another fitness influencer. Hey man, I saw you got sponsored by Crusader Fitness." Sorry, I won't mention them. They did me kind of dirty, so I'll do them kind of dirty. Crusader Fitness, just heads up, they're not the most honest company out there, right? So what they do is they say they're going to sponsor you, and then you put your order in, and they never ship your order out, right? So that's what happened with them. So even if they were going to ship my order out, I still don't want to be a part of a company that has a bad rep. So yeah, that's kind of what happened. It's kind of disappointing, but you know, stuff happens, right? You learn from your mistakes. So Dean Patterson, my boy, man. His Instagram is Dean Patterson _IV. He said, "How can I be like you?" Don't be like me, man. Like, be yourself. Dean, you're true, man. You're 100, so be yourself. Nico Andrew. Nico _Andrew, but the E is supposed to be an Andrew is a 3. He said, "How'd you learn to eat better?" So I talked about eating a little bit already. Eating is super important when it comes to like being fit, being athletic, all this stuff, being strong, right? So you have to discipline yourself to a super extent. So if you guys have known me for a while, right, I've always been a bigger kid, right? And it bothered me, really, it bothered me, but I didn't really ever take the initiative to do anything about it. When I got to college, originally I was 240 pounds. I was strong, man. I was strong 240, but I still had some fat on me. And while I was there, like over time, I just eating that cafeteria food, eating it. And I got up to 265 pounds. Well, I came home and people were like, my dad's like, "Man, you look big." Like, and I knew he didn't mean it in a good way, but your dad's never going to tell you, like, "Dude, you look fat," right? But I know I did. I look fat. I knew it. So I went back, man. I was like, I got to do something, man. I'm unhealthy, man. Like, I hurt every day. When I woke up, man, my body just ached, right? And that's something I never had a problem with until I started playing college football, right? So it's a lot more higher intensity stuff. So then your body, and you're carrying around all that excess weight, man, it's like your body's going to start to hurt. And every day I woke up, man, it took me about 20 minutes to get out of bed every morning. And I was like, I got to do something about it, right? So I started talking to a few people, and I got put on intermittent fasting. And so what I would do would be 18 hours of fasting, and I'd eat for 6 hours. So what this means is, like, when intermittent fasting, through those times you're fasting, only things you're going to have is water, black coffee, and tea. That's it. So the first couple weeks I was like, this is terrible. There's no way I stick to this, right? And you notice, like, because of being a fast, and I was so used to eating 3 meals a day, waking up at 7 a.m., going to the calf, eating breakfast. Getting done with class, 12 o'clock, eating lunch. Getting done with football practice, 6 o'clock, eating dinner, right? I was so used to that. So my body was getting dependent on 3 meals a day. So when I jumped into intermittent fasting, it was like, bam. Like right away, my body was like, I don't like this. I need my food. I need energy, right? So, but in those 6 hours where I could eat, I wasn't overloading, but you want to eat as much food as possible. But what I would do is I would eat a meal right as I got out of my fast. and I eat a bigger meal right before my fast. So those 18 hours, I wasn't as tired. But when I started doing that, I noticed like my energy was terrible, which is a side effect, yeah. But I really wanted to drop weight, and so I wasn't going to the gym. I was going, but I wasn't like going. You know what I mean? And so my room or a kid that lived next door, Carlos, he came over. He's like, dude, you got to get back to working out how you were when you were big, because you had so much energy in you that you could work out hard. You're not working out hard anymore because your energy is low. And he goes, that's part of it. Your energy is going to be low. He's actually the one who put me on the intermittent fasting. So I was just not working out. So then I started training hard. And once you mix the intermittent fasting and training hard, I noticed my weight dropped so fast, man. I'm telling you, like 3 weeks, I dropped 15 pounds. And with that being like said, once I noticed that I was dropping weight that fast, I was like, oh, maybe I should take it down a little bit because I still have to be in good shape to play college football. So after that, I started eating again normally, but then I came across calorie deficit. So when calorie deficit, I tracked for a week. I tracked how much calories I was typically eating throughout a day, and so then I was like, okay, I'll do my subtract 500 from that, and that's how much I'll eat. And so I did that for a couple weeks, and I noticed I was still dropping weight fast, and I thought, dang, this calorie deficit is working pretty good. But the intermittent fasting boosts your metabolism, and I wasn't aware of that. So everything you're eating is just burning so much faster, and that's how I was dropping so much weight. So I was 265. Right now I'm back to about like 225, 230-ish, but I was down to 211 pounds at one point. So I went from 265 to 211, and I solely 100% give it to intermittent fasting and a calorie deficit. Hopefully that answered your question. I know I was kind of just talking. Harrison Moran, his Instagram is HJM_813. He said, are you going to do a game day vlog type video with your new camera? Yeah, absolutely. That's actually something I've been thinking about pretty hard, about like what cool shots I could put in the video while I'm back at school getting ready for a game on game day. Yeah, so that's going to be a really cool video. I feel like we can get some of the guys in there and hoot it up. And if we win, obviously, probably going to win, we bring some energy onto the camera afterwards. So that's actually a good question. Nolan, his Instagram is Dreer Nolan. He said, would you ever run a marathon? What is a marathon? Like 28 miles or something like that? Maybe. It depends. I'd have to train for it, obviously, but maybe. I don't know. I'm not a big runner. I don't love running long distances, but maybe. Brittany's my cousin. Her Instagram is, ready for this? Top Knots and Crocs. She said, do you and Dayton want to get matching tattoos? Dayton is my brother. Brittany, depends on what you want to get. I'm not a big fan of like stuff like weird stuff. Maybe like if it's a cool one, I'm like maybe. And then my last question was from Glass.Photos. It's Dominic. He said, please post your split. Now this was a good one. I kind of say like kind of whatever I'm feeling that day, but sometimes I will like get in a groove. So I usually Monday, it's just like everybody else's. Monday is chest tries. Tuesday I like to go legs, shoulders. I like to go legs and shoulders at the same time. Some weeks I'll go like quads, shoulders, and then that Thursday I do like hamstrings and traps or something like that. So usually, most of the time, my leg days are all the same day. So I'll just train straight legs with a little bit of shoulders, right? Wednesday, I'd go back and buys. Thursday, I would focus more on shoulders with like a little bit of chest, a little bit of tries, right? And then Friday is just like kind of like, to me, Friday is like a accessory day. So like really anything, like upper body pretty much, like shoulders, back, traps, all that stuff. Excuse me. And then Saturday would be like my heavy day, my squats. I'd probably run through like a whole compound lift type day, like bench, squat, deadlift, and try to go heavy, not like max out, but like 3-4 reps of each. So super heavy. So those were all the questions I got. Overall, those were like really, really solid questions. I mean, we're jumping into it together. I did get a message though, and this message hit pretty good. So This message is from Andrew McCauley. So his Instagram is Andrew._.McCauley. He hit me up and he said, "What's up, bro? I know we've never been close like that, but it's awesome and inspiring to see how hard you've been going in everything you do. Thanks for being an inspiration on and off the field, and keep going." That stuff, man, that just pushes me so hard, man. When people reach out to me and be like, "Dude, you're an inspiration to me," which has happened a few times. People reach out like, "Yo, you're an inspiration. I need to get on whatever you're doing," stuff like that. I'm not doing anything special. I promise you. It's just being so committed to what you want to be is everything when it comes to anything in life. Anything in life, fitness, anything you want to do. Being so committed and so driven to being successful at that is 110% going to get you there. I promise you it will. So when I saw that this morning, I woke up, I saw it and I was like, what do I want to do to inspire others even more? So I'm getting messages now saying how much of an inspiration I am. And truly, like, you guys don't understand how far that takes me. So I just wanted to touch on that. That was super, super pushing to me, especially knowing that I was filming this video today, that I got that this morning. It just makes me so much more like excited and ready to go to keep going with this YouTube stuff. And I wanted to do this first video as my first video as a Q&A, so it could be uncut, unedited, because I'm not that good at that stuff yet. Hopefully I'll get good at it. I know it's hard, but uncut, unedited, all that is what I wanted to do, right? Just so you guys could really connect with me and see the real me before we start jumping into the edits and the all that stuff. So when I'm starting to film now, right, I'll start to film workouts, I'll start to film all that stuff. What I really wanted to focus on when I'm starting is you guys pick what I film, right? So I could film anything, right? I could film working out, I could film days in the life, I could do truck stuff, I have a truck, I could do truck stuff, I could do fishing, anything y'all want me to do, man. Like, really, I could combine it all in one. Yeah, it'd be kind of all over the place, but I feel like that makes my videos unique, right? You have some people, like some YouTubers who focus on fitness, some YouTubers who focus on life, some big YouTubers who focus on the truck, like cars and trucks and stuff like that. I want mine to be whatever you guys want to see, right? So if you guys are like, "Man, your fitness videos are killing it, but I'd love to see what you do every day after the gym," right? I'll put it out, right? So that's just something that I really want to touch on, just so I have all my subscribers, all my people who are watching, all my viewers super attached to what I'm doing, right? Because I don't ever want there to be a video where you guys are like, "Oh, this was kind of boring," right? I want you guys to be so in tune to my videos because it's what you asked for, right? So with that being said, that's going to wrap it up for today. Thank you guys so much, man. I hope this journey is all I'm hoping for it to be. Please make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, do all that. And I'll see you guys